Be a good listener. Throughout the day, we are listening and hearing to various people like our parents, teachers, friends, and family members. We also listen to audio and video programs. Let's find out from this lesson the importance and qualities of a good listener. So come along then, children. Let's read and understand it. Be a good listener. It is important to be a good listener. It means that whenever you're listening to something, be very, very attentive. Put your full attention into what you're listening. Now, when can you be a good listener? When you are learning a language. Now, many of you may be learning Marathi as a new language, or maybe Hindi, or maybe some other language. So, whenever you are learning a new language, you have to listen attentively. You have to listen to the pronunciations. You have to listen to the new words that you may be learning. Only then will you be able to learn a new language. Or when you are dealing with other people. Now, dealing with other people means when you're listening to someone speak, or maybe you are talking to someone, or maybe you're attending a class or a lecture. So, you have to be very, very attentive and become a good listener and listen properly with your full focus. So, are you a good listener? Now, how will you find that out? You can find it out with the help of the following questions. The first question is, when you are listening to someone, that is, whenever you are listening to anyone, that is, any person, do you look at the person? That is, do you look at the person, look at the face of the person, or do you turn your head away? That is, you look somewhere else, you don't look at the person speaking. Or toy with something else. Now, toy with something else is maybe you are writing something, or maybe you are doing something else, or your attention is somewhere else. So, that is toying with something other than looking at the speaker. So, do you do that? Now, what is the answer to this? The answer to this is good listeners look at the speaker. So, a person who is very, very attentive in listening or is a good listener will always look at the person who is speaking, and this will help the person to understand what the speaker is speaking. He will be able to grasp the expressions, he will be able to grasp the complete meaning by looking at the person, by looking at the actions the person is making, or maybe the expressions that the person is showing, with the tone of the person's voice. So, in order to be a good listener, the first and the most important thing is to look at the speaker. Only then you will understand what is being spoken, and you may remember what had been spoken for a very long time. Now, the next question is, do you pay attention to what the speaker is saying? Now, this means that are you putting your full mind and focus on what is being spoken? Or are you getting distracted? Are you doing some other work? Or are you toying with the words were used, toying with something else? So that means, are you getting distracted with something else, doing some other work, and are you paying close attention? So, what could be the reason? So, what is the answer to this? Now, good listeners pay close attention to the speaker. It means that they leave all the other things that they are doing aside and pay attention to what the speaker is speaking, and understand and try to ask questions, or pay close attention means each and every word they're trying to listen to and understand what the speaker is speaking. Only then you will be able to grasp what is being spoken. The third question is, do you make any special efforts to understand the speaker? So maybe when you're listening to someone speak, you do not understand that language very well. So you are you making a special effort to understand that person? Or maybe you are not able to understand the person's accent, or maybe you're finding some words difficult to understand, or maybe you have a lot of questions to ask that person, so you're not able to grasp the complete meaning. So do you make any special effort to understand the speaker? So, to get the answers to this, here are some of the things that will help you understand the speaker better. So, let's look at these points one by one. Now, the first one is, if you hear some new or unfamiliar words. Unfamiliar words means words that you are listening for the first time. So these are unfamiliar words. You do not know the meaning of it. So at such times, you try to guess their meaning from the context. Now, context means what the topic is about. What is the speaker talking about? So you guess the meaning, try to understand what the speaker is trying to say through those words. So you guess the meaning of the words, try to understand what could be the meaning of this word through the context. That is, understand the topic and understand what the speaker is speaking. The next point is that in order to be a good listener, you can try to guess what the speaker will say next. That is, if you pay close attention to what the speaker is speaking, or what is the whole topic about of the topic of what is being spoken, so you will try to guess what the speaker will say next. So that way you are paying close attention to what the speaker is speaking. The next point is, try to keep listening even when you feel that you do not understand the speaker. Maybe the language is new to you. Maybe you cannot understand the accent of the speaker. So, even if this happens, you have to continue listening, and maybe some of the words are unfamiliar to you. So, keep listening, try to guess the meaning, try to guess what the speaker wants to say next, and so you will be able to grasp the meaning, able to understand the speaker if you keep listening. So maybe as you keep listening, the speaker may become very clear to you, or maybe you will understand the speaker better, and maybe the speaker may tell you certain things which will open up the topic or open up the meaning of the topic to you. Or even when you disagree with the speaker, that is, you may not agree to what the speaker is saying at that particular time, and so you continue listening to it without even stopping to pay attention. So you have to continue to pay attention. Maybe you disagree with certain things, maybe you do not like what he is saying, or you say, no, no, this is not right. But after the speaker has continued speaking, maybe the speaker has made certain things clear, and then you may agree to what the speaker is saying. So you have to continue to listen to the speaker even if you do not understand something, or even if you disagree with what the speaker spoke. Wait for the speaker to finish what he is saying. So we have to wait for the speaker to finish. Maybe initially we may not understand or we may disagree, but later on, as the speaker speaks and he makes himself clear, so that time we may understand, we may agree with what he has spoken. Then you can get your doubts clarified by asking polite questions. So, at the end of the session, or when the speaker has finished speaking, you can get your doubts. Maybe you are doubtful about certain things. You disagreed with certain things. You did not understand certain things. So, you can ask your doubts, that is, clarify your doubts, and ask them polite questions. So you don't have to be very harsh, you don't have to ask questions very in a rude manner. You have to ask them, put forward your questions in a polite, in a nice manner. So maybe it will be much clearer to you what the speaker wants to say, and you will understand what that speaker wants to say very, very clearly. Do not feel shy or afraid to ask questions if you do not understand what is being said. Now, often it happens that the topic may be something new. We may have heard unfamiliar words. We may not understand certain words. So at that time, you should put forward your questions. You should not feel shy, or you should not feel afraid that what will people say? Am I asking a stupid question, or is it very impractical of me to ask this question right now, or will they people make fun of me? Will they all laugh at me? You should not feel shy, because often there are people for whom the topic is very very new. So this topic could be new to you, so there may be many many doubts in your mind. So it is better to clarify these doubts rather than to have these doubts in you. So you can put these questions in a to the speaker in a very polite manner. You don't have to feel shy, you don't have to be rude. So you can put it forward and ask the speaker in a polite manner to speak it again or explain to you again. You can ask many more questions. Maybe the topic is very new to you and you have many more questions. Often the speaker feels very happy that someone has come forward and spoken their doubts. And even there are people in the crowd, people with you, who will feel very happy that you were bold enough to ask this question. Maybe they wanted to ask this question, or maybe it could be a very important question, where the speaker would be very very happy to clarify your doubts, to clear your doubts. So we should always be bold enough, or we should not feel shy, we should not be afraid to ask any questions and clear all our doubts at that very particular time, rather than keeping it in our mind and getting misunderstood. So it is always better to ask the speaker in a polite manner all your doubts. Sometimes it helps to note down important words or points even as you listen. Now, note down means write down. You must have often seen, whenever you're attending a seminar or important meeting, or you're attending a lecture, you find people carrying a small notebook or carrying a small writing pad and writing down whatever are the important points or important words or important dates or events or something important that was spoken. So they write it down so that they don't forget about these points. They are important points, so they would like to remember it. Often when you have your school meetings, PTA meetings or any other meetings, and your parents are called in school, and maybe your mummy is attending the meeting and daddy cannot attend the meeting, or the other way around, your daddy is attending the meeting and your mom can't attend the meeting. So you find that your parent, whoever is attending the meeting, is writing down the important points, and so that you when the meeting is over and they go home, you can share it with the other parent, so the other parent also knows what was spoken in the school. And the other thing is, when it is written down, you remember all the important things that were said, the important dates, maybe the exam dates were declared, or maybe you have to submit some project, so that was declared. So all these things, when you write down, it remains as a record with you, wherein you can refer to it, you can go back to it, you can read it again, understand it again. So this helps in always writing down, noting down important points or words that were spoken by the speaker in that meeting or the lecture. So it is always good to write down. So you must always carry a small notebook or maybe a diary or a writing pad whenever you are attending any meeting or lecture or seminar. Lastly, it also helps to keep thinking about what you heard. That is, maybe when you were listening to what was spoken, you did not understand certain things, or maybe the language was difficult, the words were difficult. So, you, after the lecture is over, or after the class is over, or maybe after the meeting is over, after you have finished listening, you reflect on it, you keep thinking of what was said, and keep thinking of what the speaker wanted to say, or what was the topic about. So you try to reflect, try to think, and maybe you may grasp the meaning. That is, you may understand the meaning of a difficult word. You did not understand that word at that time. So when you reflect on it, when you keep thinking on it, when you think what the speaker wanted to say by this speaking this word, So you may understand it, or maybe you did not understand a phrase or a particular part of the topic you did not understand. So as you reflect on it, as you think about it, it may become clearer. Now, often sometimes what happens is when the teacher is teaching in class, the topic may be new to you. You may not understand certain words. You may not understand what the teacher wanted to say in this. It may not be very clear to you. The topic may not be very clear to you, so you go home, you open your textbook, you read that again, you try to reflect, you try to think about it, you try to grasp the meaning of it. And so maybe when you read it once or maybe twice sometimes, the meaning may be very very clear, and you will be able to grasp and understand the topic better when you think about it again. Now here is a conversation between two people. The person is instructing the little girl something. So let's look at what he's saying. Please bring me the vase that has pink roses. It's on the dining table. Now, if you look at the girl, she is looking at the person speaking. She is paying careful attention to what he is trying to say. She's not getting distracted. So, she is trying to understand what he wants or what he wants to say. And let's now find out whether she follows the instructions. So, what do you think, children? Did she understand it correctly? Yes, her expressions are telling us that she understood the speaker very well. That means she was a very attentive listener. So she listened to the instructions carefully, and she is picking up the correct pot that the speaker wanted. So he wanted a vase that has pink roses and which was kept on the dining table. So she has picked up the correct one. If she had not listened carefully, maybe she would have misunderstood the speaker, and maybe she may think that he wanted some roses, and so she may pick up some roses from a bed of roses. Or she may think that the person wants a dress, a frock with red or with pink roses. So she may pick up that. So here we know that she listened very attentively. She paid careful attention. She was looking at the speaker. So that is how we should be. We should be a very attentive listener. Only then we will understand what is being spoken about. We learned some of the characteristics of a good listener, that is, some of the qualities of a good listener. I hope you enjoyed and learned a lot from this lesson.